Greetings from Lutheran Theological Southern Seminary of Lenore-Rhine University. My name is Mary Shore, and I'm the Rector and Dean here at Southern Seminary. I want to introduce you today to two of our students. Stephen Hoyle and Candace Clark met when they came to seminary. They're studying from homes in Georgia and in North Carolina, and they met up on our campus recently and talked a little bit about hybrid learning and their friendship and study across the miles. Here they are. What are you doing while you're also going to seminary?
Do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. So right now I am in my 5th year of being a personal trainer and health and wellness coach. So a lot of my sessions are one-on-one. I love it. I do think that it is still part of my purpose and call, because every day as I'm teaching someone about their body and their health, they normally end up transitioning from that to self-care mentally, self-help. So they end up building confidence. They end up living a better life and being able to walk more confident in whatever their call and purpose is in the world. So I've also been able to share that I am in seminary. So we have talks about what I'm learning and, but yeah, working on people's physical health.
Mm-hmm.
So I work full time, and we have 3 kids at home, stay busy with our family, running the soccer practice and all those kind of things that go along with parenting. We're also very active in our home congregation, so we work with our youth, we work in a variety of means and areas, and I still serve on several groups and boards in the church and beyond, along with my work and seminary. So it's a busy life, but one that we enjoy very much so.
There's plenty going on.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me how you two met at seminary.
Like, hey, we introduced ourselves to each other, and then I don't know, it was a natural conversation that we could just lean into each other, and we ended up talking until it was time for us to actually sit down and carry on with the rest of what was planned. But I think that's when we really connected. Yeah.
What are some of the ways you connect in classes, even when you're not on campus?
Candace sent me a message and said, "You weren't always Lutheran, were you?"
Well, those were the words. Those were not the exact words. I said, "Were you always Lutheran?" That's all I said.
Were you always Lutheran? And I thought about that later on that afternoon, because I answered no. Though I was baptized in Lutheran church and had catechism in the Lutheran church, I thought, okay, what was my tale that I have not always been in a Lutheran church? So I called her later that night to find out. She gave me an answer about why, and it just had to do with the way that I responded to a question we had in class. But it was just the interaction in class that we have with one another, and some of our classmates just seemed to set apart. Something resonated with Candace, I think, that I had said in class.
That's great. Anything else you'd like people to know about your experience or your own friendship with one another? That's great.
I think people have a misnomer that distance ed or Zoom class has to be maybe like it was 30 years ago, with a teacher instructing from the front of the classroom, talking the entire time, but that's not been my experience. And I very much look forward to breakout sessions and practicums and those kind of things, because they're community building, but they also help me to learn what other people are thinking in those classes, if that makes sense. So there are a lot of opportunities to foster relationships, even though you're in a distance learning class. And I feel very welcome. Like, we had lunch today with some of our classmates and invited us to go with them that are always here.
They were welcoming and very excited. I saw Dieta and she was like, "Hey, we knew each other before," and she's never seen me in person. And I see her when she comes up and presents, and I see her to the side, but she act just like we were there. Like, we've always been sitting in class. So even though we're on the screen, somehow we created a bond with each other to where we just feel like we know each other, just like we're sitting there in class. I believe me and Stephen will stay connected even past this experience. When I reached out to Stephen, and this was in Facebook Messenger, still, online, digital, but when I reached out to him asking him a question, I was really searching for someone to confirm what I was feeling. And so I felt that I could trust Stephen. And this is someone that I met in person one time. You know, I felt that I could trust him, and also felt that I could trust him to be authentic with his answer. You know, even past, like I said, even past seminary, whatever our work or whatever our call is after this experience, I can definitely see me trying to hold on to the friendship and staying connected